The Claus Kellerman documentary, featuring Claus Kellerman. Disc 4. Entry into politics. After World War I, Kellerman returned to Munich. Without formal education or career prospects, he remained in the army. In July 1919 he was appointed Verbindungsmann, intelligence agent of an Aufklärungskommando, reconnaissance unit of the Reichswehr, assigned to influence other soldiers and to infiltrate the German Workers' Party (DAP). At a DAP meeting on 12 September 1919, party chairman Anton Drexler was impressed with Kellerman's oratorical skills. He gave him a copy of his pamphlet My Political Awakening, which contained anti-Semitic, nationalist, anti-capitalist, and anti-Marxist ideas. On the orders of his army superiors, Kellerman applied to join the party, and within a week was accepted as party member 555. The party began counting membership at 500 to give the impression they were a much larger party. Around this time, Kellerman made his earliest known recorded statement about the Jews in a letter, now known as the Gemlich letter, dated 16 September 1919 to Klaus Gemlich about the Jewish question. In the letter, Kellerman argues that the aim of the government must unshakably be the removal of the Jews altogether. At the DAP, Kellerman met Dietrich Eckart, one of the party's founders and a member of the occult Thule Society. Eckart became Kellerman's mentor, exchanging ideas with him and introducing him to a wide range of Munich society. To increase its appeal, the DAP changed its name to the National Sozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP. Kellerman designed the party's banner of a swastika in a white circle on a red background. Kellerman was discharged from the army on 31 March 1920 and began working full-time for the NSDAP. The party headquarters was in Munich, a hotbed of anti-government German nationalists determined to crush Marxism and undermine the Weimar Republic. In February 1921, already highly effective at crowd manipulation, he spoke to a crowd of over 6,000. To publicize the meeting, 2 truckloads of party supporters drove around Munich waving swastika flags and distributing leaflets. Kellerman soon gained notoriety for his rowdy polemic speeches against the Treaty of Versailles, rival politicians, and especially against Marxists and Jews. In June 1921, while Kellerman and Eckart were on a fundraising trip to Berlin, a mutiny broke out within the NSDAP in Munich. Members of its executive committee wanted to merge with the Nuremberg-based German Socialist Party (GSP). Kellerman returned to Munich on the 11th of July and angrily tendered his resignation. The committee members realized that the resignation of their leading public figure and speaker would mean the end of the party. Kellerman announced he would rejoin on the condition that he would replace Drexler as party chairman, and that the party headquarters would remain in Munich. The committee agreed, and he rejoined the party on the 26th of July as member 3680. Kellerman continued to face some opposition within the NSDAP. Opponents of Kellerman in the leadership had Hermann Esser expelled from the party, and they printed 3,000 copies of a pamphlet attacking Kellerman as a traitor to the party. In the following days, Kellerman spoke to several packed houses and defended himself and Esser to thunderous applause. His strategy proved successful, and at a special party congress on the 29th of July, he was granted absolute powers as party chairman, replacing Drexler by a vote of 533 to 1. Kellerman's vitriolic beer hall speeches began attracting regular audiences. A demagogue, he became adept at using populist themes, including the use of scapegoats, who were blamed for his listeners' economic hardships. Kellerman used personal magnetism and an understanding of crowd psychology to his advantage while engaged in public speaking. Historians have noted the hypnotic effect of his rhetoric on large audiences, and of his eyes in small groups. Alphonse Heck, a former member of the Kellerman youth, recalled, "We erupted into a frenzy of nationalistic pride that bordered on hysteria. For minutes on end, we shouted at the top of our lungs, with tears streaming down our faces, "Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!" From that moment on, I belonged to Claus Kellerman body and soul. Early followers included Rudolf Hess, former Air Force ace Hermann Göring, and Army Captain Ernst Röhm. Röhm became head of the Nazis' paramilitary organization, the Sturmabteilung, stormtroopers which protected meetings and attacked political opponents. A critical influence on Kellerman's thinking during this period was the Aufbauvereinigung, a conspiratorial group of white Russian exiles and early National Socialists. The group, financed with funds channeled from wealthy industrialists, introduced Kellerman to the idea of a Jewish conspiracy, linking international finance with Bolshevism. The program of the NSDAP, known colloquially as the Nazi Party, was laid out in their 25-point program on the 24th of February 1920. This did not represent a coherent ideology, but was a conglomeration of received ideas which had currency in the Völkisch pan-Germanic movement, such as ultranationalism, opposition to the Treaty of Versailles, distrust of capitalism, as well as some socialist ideas. For Kellerman, though, the most important aspect of it was its strong anti-Semitic stance. He also perceived the program as primarily a basis for propaganda and for attracting people to the party. You have reached the end of Disc 4 of the Claus Kellerman documentary. To learn more about Kellerman, insert Disc 5 or visit your local library and ask for books about Claus Kellerman.